This week on Just Killing Time.
As an old timer once told me, it's the most fun you'll ever have with your clothes on. Now folks, after watching that, I'm sure you understand why Buck needs How to Shoot a Gun 101.
Wait a minute here.
Grab your gear and come on with us, heading out from dawn to dusk. Get 'em in your sights and let it fly. Amped up to close the deal and a pocket full of tags for filling. One thing I could say keeps me alive, just killing time.
This is Just Killing Time, presented by Anderson Manufacturing. Just Killing Time is brought to you by Heater Bodysuit, Landmaster UTV, Hard Impact Penetrator Arrows, Game Sled, Seymour Sight Systems, TRULOCK Choke Tools, Camp Shelf, Alps Outdoors, High Mountain Seasoning, Hunting Sports Plus, American Whitetail Targets, Night Muzzleloaders, 30-06 Outdoors, Scorpion Crossbows, and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks. Closed captioning of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Invisible.
Hi folks, thanks for tuning in to this week's show. This week we're hunting turkeys in our great state of Virginia, and we're also tagging along with Larry and Bonnie Graber out in Kansas.
Also on this week's show, I'm gonna give Buck a little How to Shoot a Gun 101.
Yeah,
what are you laughing
whatever.
about, man?
Whatever.
You watch your footage in a minute, folks, and you'll understand exactly why Buck needs this course. Listen, right here. This is the safety. Okay, this is the trigger.
Yeah.
This is the Seymour
Let's
sight.
go
You line
hunting.
the dot up on its head, and you knock the safety off, and you pull the trigger. Gun goes boom, trigger goes flop.
Now it's obvious, Buck's got this old gobbler's attention. But let's see if he can get him into gun range and close the deal. I figure about now, old Buck's lining up that Seymour sight on that turkey's noggin. Well, I guess I was wrong, because that turkey's now out of shotgun range and heading off.
That was close but no cigar. Hey, that's why they call it hunting and not killing. You just hate having something that close and can't seal the deal, but I just don't think you like to be mobile. I don't normally use a decoy in the woods, but with the woods being that open, I thought maybe it would help out this morning, but it seemed to hurt us, so. Anyway, he just didn't come in gun range.
Now, folks, after watching that, I'm sure you understand why Buck needs How to Shoot a Gun 101.
Wait a minute here. I got to defend myself a little bit. I had to film by myself that morning, and me being left-handed in the blind, I just couldn't pull the shot off the way the turkey came in. He was in range one time, but he walked off. But hey, that's quality turkey management for you
Wow.
folks. I'm gonna show Max now. I'm gonna put this old number 5 through the old TRULOCK, put the Seymour on that target, and show him I know what I'm doing. I don't need his help. He can just stay home.
This is the safety. This is the trigger.
Yeah,
Don't put
wait.
your finger
Watch
in the trigger, ready to
Watch your
shoot.
finger. I'll shut it up in the chamber.
This segment of Just Killing Time is made possible by Alps Outdoors and High Mountain Seasoning.
They call this extreme duty. We call it easy cleanup.
I shoot Anderson because it's a technically superior mil-spec product.
RF85 means no solvent and never oil.
Accurate rounds down the barrel without failure, prove it.
It's an absolute pleasure to handle, operate, maintain, and shoot.
Reliable and accurate.
Change your AR to an AM. Anderson Manufacturing AM15.
The heater bodysuit is a one-garment solution for staying warm on stand. Our warranty is buy it, wear it. If you get cold, we'll give you your money back. No one in the clothing industry has such a warranty or dares to have such a warranty.
Introducing the all-new Landmaster Hybrid by American Sportworks. This first-of-its-kind UTV offers the quietness of electric and the brute force of gas power, all in one diverse vehicle. The Landmaster Hybrid. Compromise is no longer necessary. This segment of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Hunting Sports Plus and American Whitetail Targets.
All right, put the shell in the chamber.
Yeah, I know.
Close them out, keep your finger clear of the trigger.
Hey.
Now, hey, before you shoot this gun, all I got to say to the folks at home, watch me and see how I do it. I'm filming by myself.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
have
got
any
it
help.
tied up.
Let's just
He's
see
got
how it
it
works.
tied
So
up.
tied up, yeah, you get ready
Somebody
here in a
let it
minute.
out of the
Yeah,
pen.
you make sure you get a good sight pattern now.
After I made my first call, these birds shut up, and when they flew down, they went totally in an opposite direction. An hour and a half later, to my right and behind the blind, I hear a hen yelp. I get set up, hoping maybe she's got a boyfriend with her.
The story of this hunt is patience. Birds in this morning gobbled on the roost. They responded to me once. I didn't get real aggressive with them. I tell you, less is more when it comes to calling turkeys, folks. I don't care what else anybody tells you, less is more. They hit the ground, they didn't gobble at all. And I waited and I waited. I haven't heard a gobble for an hour. Did some light calling. Here come a hen yelping down the ridge. I was getting ready to leave. And I hear spitting and drumming, no gobbling. I'm like, oh yeah, it's what I want. He walked right in front of the blind. I actually had the decoy set this way. I heard him come and got the window down the side, walked right in front of me. Literally, he is 10 yards away. And the only thing I can say about that is, folks, these TRULOCK chokes we use, I love them because they give you a very, very effective pattern at 40 yards. But they also give you a good pattern at 10 yards. Most chokes that give you a pattern at 40 are so tight at 10, it's like trying to hit them in the head with a baseball. This thing opens up, even at close distances, it gives you a great pattern. Between the old TRULOCK and the Seymour, you know, all I can say about the Seymour is I put the dot on his head, and now he's dead. Let's go take a look at him. Thank y'all for tagging along. Thank you, Lord. I love this. Folks, here he is, a beautiful 2-year-old Virginia Tom. I can tell you, I'm blessed to get to go all over the country and kill turkeys in the spring just about anywhere you can imagine. But nothing, and I mean nothing, folks, means as much to me as killing them right here in my own home state of Virginia, in the hills that I grew up hunting. You know, we've had a very blessed morning. All I can say is thank you for sharing it with me. I'm gonna get this rascal to the house, get him cleaned up, give him all the respect and care that he deserves. And the only thing else I can add, folks, is you get the chance and you've never done this, what we call spring gobbler hunting, you gotta try it. As an old timer once told me, it's the most fun you'll ever have with your clothes on. Let's get him back to the house and get him cleaned up.
Well, folks, I have to congratulate old Max. He got the job done by himself, but it sure does help putting one to bed the night before and camping under the tree all night.
Hey, you can't kill them if you don't know where they live.
Well, hey, put your earplugs in.
Hey,
I'm going to cut the old Seymour.
Let's get
and
this
I'm
show
gonna
on
hit
the
that.
road. Yeah, cut that Seymour on, knock it safety off, and try not to miss. Folks, we'll be back in just a moment. Please don't miss. I ain't got so
I
many
ain't gonna
shells up here
miss.
for you.
What are you talking about?
This segment of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Night Muzzleloaders and 30-06 Outdoors, makers of the ladder stand Second Man.
They call this extreme duty. We call it easy cleanup.
I shoot Anderson because it's a technically superior mil-spec product.
RF85 means no solvent and never oil.
Accurate rounds down the barrel without failure. Prove it.
It's an absolute pleasure to handle, operate, maintain, and shoot.
Reliable and accurate.
Change your AR to an AM. Anderson Manufacturing AM15.
The new Penetrator arrows from Hard Impact Technologies are revolutionizing bow hunting. Their patented weight-forward transferring system, deployed upon impact, delivers the deepest penetration possible into or through your target. Contact them today and make an impact on your next hunt.
It's another jellyhead for a TRULOCK.
With a TRULOCK choke tube, you're truly locked and loaded.
This segment of Just Killing Time is made possible by Scorpion Crossbows and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks.
Hey, Buck, you know what time it is?
Yeah, it's my favorite time of the show, man. It's Camp Chef's Cooking with Puff.
That's right, folks. Let's head into the kitchen and see what old Puff's cooking today.
Man, my stomach's a growling now.
Your stomach always growls.
Today, we've got some nice turkey breasts from Virginia and wild turkey breast. We're going to slice this turkey breast across the grain today. And we're going to slice it, don't, semi-thick. But Russ, I'm going to let you just kind of...
Puff, can you tell me why we were cutting across the grain?
Cutting
not with the grain.
Well, it's going to be tender.
Okay.
And what we're doing here is going to help it to be tender. If we go with the grain, that's great for jerky or something that you want to chew on all day. We want to try to get this where it's tender. We can cut it with a fork, use it on a sandwich, however we want to eat it. We're going to take just a little bit of flour, and I don't measure things real good. This is just regular flour, any brand that you like. Take that. We're going to take a little bit of the secret ingredients called Sweet Onion Hush Puppy Mix. And there's a variety of suppliers out there. This happens to be House Audrey. And we're going to put about 1/3 of Hush Puppy Mix to 2/3 of flour, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and use a little bit of salt and pepper. And I like lots of pepper. Some people don't like pepper at all, but we're going to put a teaspoonful of pepper in this. And we're going to do the same thing with the salt, okay? And if you're on a salt diet, then you don't have to do that. But we're going to put about a teaspoonful of salt in there also. All right, we're not going to stop there. We've got some pure granulated sugar. And if you're sugar conscious, you can use Splenda or a substitute sweetener. And we're going to put about 3 teaspoons of that in this mix. And then we're going to just mix it all up right like that. How about that? Just want to take this turkey breast out. I'm going to let you hold the next piece up for me. Okay, let it be draining. And then we're going to put it in here in our flour. And we like to make a big mess. We throw flour everywhere. Now, we got our grease plenty hot, so hey guys, here she goes. Hot oil, hot grease. Generally, especially with red meat, it'll start to redden up on this side. And when it does that, we're ready to flip it, okay? Look like we about have it. Russ, what do you think?
Oh man, it looks good.
All right, let's give it a try. What do you?
I say we do.
Man, I'm sure glad we got this Camp Chef oven along. What a treat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's set them
Oh
on the
yeah,
table,
nice and warm.
ready to go.
Hey, Buck, you smell something?
Uh-oh.
Where did you guys come from?
Fix this for us? You must be Russ. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Max.
Hey.
You've been working, ain't you?
Been working, Doc.
Y'all fix a plate for me and Max.
Yeah, y'all help yourself.
Yeah,
Hey.
just make yourselves happy.
Hey, Russ, I guess Buck and Max made quick work of that turkey breast.
Boy, did they ever. That was an awfully good recipe, Puff. I really enjoyed it. And folks, if you want to get more information about the recipes, go to jkttv.com and you'll learn more about how to cook on Camp Chef and also learn a lot more about Puff's recipes that we were using today.
Thank you. And we'd like to thank all the viewers for joining us with Camp Chef Cooking with Puff. And now let's get back out to the fields of Virginia as Miss Stacy tries to get us some more turkey breast for the next recipe.
Now, Miss Stacy and I had been in this spot since daylight, and we hadn't heard a peep out of any turkey anywhere. We heard these birds fly down, and now we're just waiting to see if there's a longbeard with these jakes and hens. Now, Stacy hadn't had the opportunity to hunt much this year, and she hadn't taken a bird yet. And I told her that if she wanted to take one of these jakes, wait till one got in the clear and go right ahead. Now, folks, I just got one thing to add about Miss Stacy's hunt. She chose, just like she said in the interview, she chose not to kill a turkey. She didn't let it walk by.
You're full of hot air, boy.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
Hey, the only trouble is, and the only problem was, Stacy didn't have anybody in there that could call in the longbeard. You know, the older birds, he just calls in all the little juvenile things.
Well, I'm going to come up hunting your way because they're dying of old age, just for sure. Let me get this shell down range.
I told you I practice quality turkey management. See, folks, he don't even know how to load a gun.
Hey, I got it.
We'll be right back in just a minute after Max figures out how to load this gun.
Fire in the hole. Ooh, put the wad right through the target. TRULOCK, baby.
Hey, you hit your trailer tar.
They call this extreme duty. We call it easy cleanup.
I shoot Anderson because it's a technically superior mil-spec product.
RF85 means no solvent and never oil.
Accurate rounds down the barrel without failure, prove it.
It's an absolute pleasure to handle, operate, maintain, and shoot.
Reliable and accurate.
Change your AR to an AM. Anderson Manufacturing AM15.
Get a Seymour sight system and see what you have been missing.
The Game Sled is a unique game recovery system that comes in two distinct models. From its small carry pouch, the game sled expands into a super strong game recovery tool.
Anything you want to say, folks at home?
Yeah, you need to have a game sled. Folks,
I think that'll do her.
Thanks for tuning back into the show. Right now, we're going to tag along with JKT's own Larry Graber. He's on some Hunting Sports Plus ground. He's hunting with a black powder shotgun. Let's get right into the action.
Let the blue smoke roll.
I'm here on HSP property. Seen birds here a bunch. I'm in a good spot. It's just going to take a little sit, a little patience, and I think we'll get one.
Now, Larry's statement was laced with a lot of confidence, but obviously, he knows what he's talking about, because look what's standing in the setup. I should have known anyway. On Hunting Sports Plus ground, more likely than not, you're going to be in the game.
I'm sitting here in this double bull blind this morning. The winds are blowing, it's cold. I had it buttoned up, zipped up pretty good, and I heard something behind me, and I turned around, and there was a hen, so I was watching it, and the next thing I knowed, I heard boop, 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 and I turned around and looked at my decoy, and a gobbler had snuck in from somewhere, and he beat my decoy up. He's out there now. I got him. Boy, I tell you, this black powder shotgun hunting is awesome. I just love it.
Got 3 beards. One distinct one, a smaller one, and a third one. There you maybe you can see them. 22, 23 pounder, big old hooks, 1.25 inch. Rio. I'm in Phillips County, Kansas on Hunting Sports Plus properties, turkey hunting, muzzle loading, black powder shotgun, a Seymour red dot scope. I tell you what, I just love hunting with this black powder shotgun, and I use a B-Mobile.
Buck, old brother, I can tell you, since we started using these Seymour sights and these old TRULOCK chokes, killing turkeys has gotten a whole lot easier.
Deadly combination right there,
They
my
sure
friend.
are.
Deadly combination.
Hey, what are we doing next week, brother?
Folks, next week, you don't want to miss it. We got a lot of action in store for you. We're hunting with the Graber family out in the Midwest. We're hunting Kansas, maybe Missouri. It's hard to tell where you see the Grabers. Y'all stay tuned. Watch some of these scenes from next week.
We'll see you next week, folks. Next week on Just Killing Time.
I think Mama's coming out my chest. Watching that bird come all the way across that field there.
Ain't this awesome, man? We just doubled up here in Missouri.
Oh, good Lord, I don't know. I'd guess maybe 1.5 inch spurs on him.
This is Just Killing Time, presented by Anderson Manufacturing. Just Killing Time is brought to you by Heater Bodysuit, Landmaster UTV, Hard Impact Penetrator Arrows, Game Sled, Seymour Sight System, TRULOCK Choke Tools, Camp Shelf, Alps Outdoors, High Mountain Seasoning, Hunting Sports Plus, American Whitetail Targets, Night Muzzleloader, 30-06 Outdoors, Scorpion Crossbows, and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks. Closed captioning of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Invisible.